Hello and welcome to part 2, the tour of my Minecraft server. As you can see, I've switched texture packs. I'm using Jollycraft now, which I'm kind of up in the air about it. It's kind of fun, cutesy, makes everything look happy, but makes some significant changes to some pretty important textures, and I'm not sure I'm really happy with them. Well, for this part, it has been requested that I go along the wall to give a sort of general layout of our base. This is a nice little back door out onto a road that doesn't really go anywhere. But we can take this ladder up to the guard tower, onto the walls. Portals don't function in multiplayer, but you know, maybe they someday will. And we don't want anything nasty coming through the portal, so we built our portal in this amazing room that's trapped with lava overhead so that you can flip a switch. A block of TNT will go off, releasing the lava and burning anything that comes through the portal. And we have Magus to thank for that. It used to be surrounded by fire, but 1.3, I don't know if it fixed a bug that was useful or broke a feature that was useful, but you used to be able to trick logs into burning for infinity. And we had a ring of burning logs around there, so it was like a moat of fire. But it doesn't work anymore. This was originally built by Toxic Toast as a chicken farm. But if you get too far away from a certain area, it kind of despawns. The game cleans it up. So all the chickens that she got to spawn in there by chucking stacks of eggs disappeared. She was very sad and disappointed. So now it's a library because she's a librarian, so it makes sense. Even when she's playing a video game, she can't get away from work. There's the sculpture from the top. Jollycraft, I'm not sure if I like the lava. Coming around here, each tower has a ladder that goes, down and up and up and down. I've been working on slowly converting the gatehouse into obsidian, which is a long process because obsidian's not common for one, and it takes 30 seconds to mine each flippin' block for 2, which sucks. So yeah, as you can see, the sinister figure that I alluded to in previous editions, and by editions I mean the last video, is a giant creeper made of dyed wool. Yeah, there's been talks of hollowing it out, figuring out a way to fill it with creepers and blowing it up on video, but obviously we would do that on a branch server and not the main one that we play on. This area was originally all sand, and it's been cleared away because sand is useful for making glass, and we have made a lot of glass for various projects. You can see that's a lovely little floating island with a tower on it and a little greenhouse. I'll probably go out there eventually. That Badger learned the hard way that water will not flow through a doorway even if the door is open, which is kind of lame. And that's a sky bridge. It goes very far to the north. You can see a yacht in the water there made out of wool. Another Magus project. A lot of this stuff around here is done by Magus. A lot of the surface stuff anyway, because I like to work underground. Ladders are annoying in tight spaces. Here's our grove. You can see more sand. I stripped all this away to make a lot of glass. All the way up here. I didn't put these steps here. Someone else did. It's quite handy though. Way up here. This is quite high above everything, but not quite as high as the Mage Tower. You can see a lighthouse over there, and a giant church and manor house on a hill. It's a project I started a long time ago and never finished, and I don't know if I ever will. Probably should. Put a lot of time and effort into it. So annoying. And we come back down the side. You can see, oh my, that's a fantastic view. That is Badger's work of art. That is Baltimore. That is a reconstruction of where he lives in Baltimore. We'll get out there eventually. And as you can see, this church cathedral deal is kind of built on this neat overhang, which that's why I picked it to build there. I thought that was really neat, and I wanted to build something on top of it. And the road goes underneath of it, which is also cool. And we're back to where we started. Ugh, throat is unhappy with me today. Let's come out here and go out the front door. See what sort of interesting things we can see out here. I just recently cleaned up the front area. It used to be a bunch of crap, and I made it lots of dirt. I feel like I haven't given any funny and highly interesting facts about Minecraft like I did in the first video, but nothing's come to mind. Oh, see, we have a sign over here. The Lord Creeper, built by Magus, help from Amy, who is the infamous toxic Toast. I don't know how Toast gets toxic, but it does when she's around it, apparently. And come down here. This is Magus mob processor prototype, as you can see from the sign. And basically what you do at night is you come up here and you lure the different mobs that spawn down below. You get them to follow you and walk into all these different flowing bits of water, which all lead into this central glassed-in chamber, which, if we go down the ladder, we can come all the way down to the bottom, and as you can see, it comes out here. Now, once they get into the central area, they start drowning, because even skeletons and zombies need air to breathe for some bizarre reason. So they drown, and what they drop comes down and collects in these little pools here, and you just pick them up and drop them in the chests. As you can see, even friendly mobs will fall into it and die as well, as can be testified to by the pork chops. And then this sort of goes out underwater. That's going to take forever. Moving against the flow of water is painfully slow. Up the ladder. So, ooh, and it can kill you too, but unlike mobs, people can swim. Kind of give you a sneak peek of something. This is reeds. I think they're still called reeds, even though they produce sugar now. Maybe they're sugar cane. Now check that out. Underwater passage, all lit up, glassed in real nice. I'll take us inside there eventually. I made that. Now as you can see, this isn't natural. Magus extended this out. When you need large flat area, it's much easier to just build over top of water than it is to try to level anything. It kind of looks goofy, but if you want to save time, it's the way to do it. And if you didn't know, in Minecraft you can climb waterfalls, which is quite handy. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to. It just works. So the only way actually to get up onto this amazing platform of justice and peace and prosperity is to go up this waterfall. And I'd love to say something funny about waterfalls, but nothing's really coming to mind. So, just gonna go up here, don't get swept over, and oh, look at how nice it is. There's trees and flowers. There's a little greenhouse with wheat growing in it, because wheat is delicious and it makes bread. There's this nice tower up here with a tree on top. The stairs to get up there are a bit weird, to say the least. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But you can get up top here and ta-da, a tree. Because trees just need dirt, light, and at least 5 spaces above them clear to grow. And Jolly Craft Sunset, pretty impressive. And you can look down there, you can see some neat stuff. Oh, you can actually see my woodcutter's camp with the farm. That's my little mob processor, not quite as impressive as Magus. You see lots of sugarcane growing along the coastline there. You actually see a faint light there. There's a basement under that cabin, and it has a passage that leads out into the ocean, which, believe it or not, is useful. And yeah, you can kind of see, oh look, you can see it lit up underneath that bridge where the underwater tunnel follows the same line as the bridge, but is underwater. And just a nice view of the yacht all lit up. And you can see most of our base doesn't quite render far enough, or as far as I would like, but you can see the gate is going to look pretty impressive when it's actually done, all in obsidian. But yeah, no, getting anywhere else from here would be kind of annoying. It's actually, you can just barely see there's a minecart track going into the tunnel. It runs all the way over to Baltimore. Oh, creepers are spawning. So, I think I'm going to end this part of the tour here. It's a little brief, but they don't all need to be 12 minutes of me rambling, especially when my voice is even more scratchy than normal. And apparently, it's just dark enough down here for a zombie to spawn. And piggies. That's my pig impression. I'd hate to not do anything funny and or embarrassing during this video, so you can have me doing an impression of a pig. And the great thing about coming up here, as I say, once again not ending the video when I say I'm going to, is cliff diving. Because you can just get a running start, you don't need one, and just jump off. It's loads of fun. And I guess I will swim along here. So yeah, as you can't even see, it's half a day's travel to get from the base of the sky bridge to its other end. Its terminus, we'll call it, because that's what the Latin for end is. I hope that's true, and I'm not just making that up. But as you can see, this is that passage that goes in here to the mod processor, which I think is a good place to end it because I can't think of anywhere else to go and my voice is starting to hurt. So that was part 2, and hopefully part 3 won't take so long. And something fell in and is dying, so hopefully we can end it with loot. You can hear, sounded like a creeper. That's a skeleton. Hopefully something will die. Oh, yep, I saw a bone come down. Look, here's the arrow. And the bone juked me. So yeah, so that's how it works. You can go topside and lure things in, but they're also stupid and will just walk in of their own accord. So yes.